Okay, this reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. And we have 4 weeks this month, so I just have 2 cards for each week. And in the first week, we have May Day and Cinco de Mayo in there, but because we're all unless you guys are in a state where restrictions have been lifted, we're all pretty much still in our social distancing and lockdown. And whether the state lifts it or not, you may decide that you want to protect yourselves and your family more than what's being recommended. So I see this as being more of an internal week. Internally gathering lots of energy is how I read this. So the Hermit is all about finding your inner light. Here we have the lamp, and it's like the search for enlightenment, the long climb, the search for enlightenment. But when we get there, we find out that it was always within. We always had it within. We didn't need to climb a lot of mountains, although the view from the mountaintop is wonderful, but we could have also climbed into a cave and meditated until we found that inner light. It can be either way. It can be any way, but it is whatever is your way is the right way for you. We each have our own inner path. We each have our own outer path that comes from the inner recesses of our being, and whatever way it is for each of us is the perfect way, or the best way. And it can change, of course. You can always change the road you go down, right? Like the old Led Zeppelin song, Stairway to Heaven. But if we were looking at this as like Stairway to Heaven, it means that internal work, all of the internal work, all of the learning spiritual laws, all of the teaching spiritual laws, all of the, because hermits often are teachers, spiritual teachers of some type. And but for the most part, it's that constant diving in and finding your inner light that gives you more energy. Because what truly happens is that we come into each lifetime with wounding, with unresolved issues from prior lifetimes. And because of those false beliefs and issues, we choose a family to incarnate into that will kind of tease it out of out from us again, and through like no fault of their own. Usually, it's just that they didn't know any better, or they're in the same wounding themselves, and so it's brought down through the lineage, and so. There's no blame. It's just to take the self-responsibility that, oh, I had a false belief in that area, or I thought that there was something wrong with me, or I thought I couldn't do something, or that I had to do this, and life has to be this way, and it's not true at all. But when we're in those challenging situations in life, we have to look at where our life force has gone inward into the wrong. It's like an inversion process. It doesn't flow freely through us in some area of our mind, body, psyche, of our soul substance. It's all one. What we're going for is the energy of the free spirit within, that's completely open and free, and therefore there's no need to be defended, because when you're in the harmony of the universe, when you're in the divine flow, when your unconsciousness has been worked through, and you're open and unguarded, that's what we're all headed towards. And there's no reason for any defense when we're open and unguarded. So all the inner work that you've been doing, all the learning that you've been doing, everything that you've been doing on your path is working. And this week, I believe you're going to have a huge opening to where you have even more life force that flows out from you, through you, and out, in and out. It's like that nourishment of bringing the treasures that have been buried within, the light that's been buried within due to false beliefs and kind of twisted life force, is now going in the right channels in some new way, And, maybe you're not done because, we, often takes us, our entire lifetime. And we can also rebirth within the same body. We can also, have have our next, what would be our next, reincarnation, our next lifetime. We can have that come through while we're still alive. It saves time. So sometimes that happens. I don't see that means that here, but just to know that that's a possibility. And it's not something anyone can ever tell you that's going on. You have to get that information yourself. You have to trust your body to teach you. But anyway, back to this. I see that all the inner work is going to free up energy from the inner levels, free up life force from the inner levels that will now flow through you much freer, so that the life force of the universe, the life stream that we all flow with, or can flow with when we're open and unguarded, is now flowing through you much more than ever before. And you're going to be recharged and renourished. And it might even be challenging to sit and meditate when these energy spurts come through. And if that's the case, do like a walking meditation if you want, or dance and have fun. Do whatever it is that you feel like you should be doing. It's your body and you're the boss. So then into the second week we have Mother's Day this week. So this could be on a literal level. It could be saying you're looking for new ideas and ways, to honor your mother, honor motherhood, or you're receiving ideas from others as to how they want to be with you. If it's coming from your kids, and then on the other levels, as far as it's all together, it's all one. But this could just be that new ideas are coming into how to be more self-sufficient, and the Queen of Pentacles she's like the self-made woman. Now, I don't believe that the kings or queens or pages and knights, I don't believe that they're gender specific, but all of the queens are much more receptive and nurturing. It's the same, like, let's say if we had the King of Pentacles here, he's more into the structure of holding, all the beauty, wisdom, and, physical, material resources, sustainability that she's able to receive. So the queens are just look at them as being more receptive. So I believe this is about receiving new ideas that will support you and your family, or your whatever projects you're working on. If you've been in an intense learning situation, those aha moments are going to pop in, and you're going to go, oh, I get it, I have it. Like, notice how she's sitting here and she has it, whatever it is. And so, it's like wherever you go, there you are. And if you can open to the clarity and the truth, which is what the Ace of Swords is all about, be open to all possibilities. Notice how we have the little infinity symbol right here, and there's other little symbols that have to do. I think that this is like the tree of life in here. I could be wrong. For sure, that's Mercury. So that's, of course, all about ideas. We have a math equation right here, which I don't know what it is. You guys will have to fill me in if you can see what that is. And, here, I'll lift up the card closer. Let me see. There. Does that, it's still kind of, it's so light. But, yeah. So if anybody knows what those symbols are, like, for sure, I don't know what this one is here. I do not know what this math equation is here, other than, of course, there's some algebra, I believe. Yeah, but notice that we have the, it's a crow or a raven, right? And she's dropping in to find the truth. This symbol's beautiful. Even I don't know what it is, but it looks like, the sun with arrows going out, of course. So yeah, so there's that. And for this week, of course, it's about opening to more clarity, to divine inspiration, to flow through your head. I mean, you have to get the ideas first usually. Otherwise, we're just instinctually moving, and that's good too sometimes. But that's not a conscious way to move through life. Although it can be a beautiful way of channeling, let's say, like, dance and artwork and anything else. But when we're in the realm of swords, we're in the realm of clarity, communication, thinking, ideas are coming in, and they're going to nurture and nourish your, all of the material realm that you want to master, that you want to, manifest and bring down. And you have all of nature, all of the Gaia to support you, to bring it in, to be with whatever it is that you want, and to grow it. She definitely grows more and more. And the Pentacles, the Queen and King of Pentacles, in the highest manifestation of the energy and consciousness is sustainability. So you may be channeling ideas that help the earthly sciences, to help ecology, help just maybe even just to help other humans, of course, especially the times that we're in right now. You may get some ideas, especially in meditation. I mean, we have to look at these two here. You meditate and you get great ideas. So if you sit in meditation with the question of, what can I create to help other people, or to grow something in my life, whatever it is, if you're asking those inner questions, you're definitely going to get them. She's going to help you with that, or that energy and consciousness is there. Now, in the third week, we have the Knight of Wands. Check out the horses back here. She's got a drum. It's very fiery energy. Knights are all about movement, and the Knight of Wands moves towards what it is that brings you passion, what it is that feeds your passion, anything and everything to do with what it is that you want. What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel alive, right? So when it comes to your work, which the Three of Pentacles is all about, then it's primarily teamwork here. But I get that this week is all about working with a couple other people at least. It could be a much bigger team. It doesn't just have to be two. But it has to do with how that energy of the group, or the other two people, or maybe just one other person, helps bring through your creativity even more. You know how you have the exchange with others that brings through, like, wow, I didn't think of that, right? Like, you can do that for each other. Or somebody can just say one little word in a certain way, and you suddenly hear, in a completely new way, something you've never heard before about the same old subject. It can be like that. Or it can be a completely new idea that comes through, and you guys really want to put it together. Or it could be because the Three of Pentacles, of course, follows the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, which have to do with, a seed. The Ace of Pentacles is a seed of something that you're planting, you want to open to. And the Two of Pentacles is, you're juggling the energy, you're juggling physically, like how to bring it down. But with the third, you get the help. With the Three of Pentacles, you get help. You're not doing it all by yourself. There's more delegation and camaraderie, collaboration, all of the good things that come from opening up to other people. And they open up to you as well. It's really a beautiful energy there, as well as this week. So for the last week, we have Memorial Day weekend here. Like I'm saying before, you might not be getting out, but it should be a longer weekend, and you should feel more space. But the Six of Pentacles within that week will be about giving and receiving. And knowing, maybe getting on the deeper levels, that there's no difference between the two, that giving and receiving is all the same energy. Sometimes we're giving and sometimes we're receiving, but when we're giving, we are receiving, because it's a wonderful experience to have someone receive you, no matter what it is you're giving, whether it's money, time, energy, ideas, whatever it is. But the Pentacles, the realm of Pentacles, you just have to always remember that we're in, material. This could be the Six of Materials, so it is something physical. It's very rarely just an idea. So, we have ideas here and here, but with this, I see it being more of money coming in. Maybe for sure by this end of the week, everyone will have their stimulus payments or have whatever, unemployment that they've signed up for. It'll finally come through. And then because of that, you'll be feeling much more open into ideas of like how you can move forward. Based on having some relief, especially with the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here. There's a lot of energy for having all the resources that you need to move forward. And just know that, we're in a time where we're kind of having to reinvent ourselves. And we have all the tools that we need. It's always within every cell of our body. We can channel and open up to a whole new paradigm. and just to know that and let that energy come in and give you new ways of moving through life, new ways of manifesting whatever it is that you want to bring in, whatever it is that you're working on. Don't give up. Just keep going for it. I know that Scorpios are very devoted, and you don't give up easily. And unless you see that it's just not working. But I don't see any of those types of cards here. There's none of that going on this month. But you guys are great at renewing and regeneration and creativity and whatever it takes to get there type of energy. So just nurture yourself along the way and trust that everything's going to be fine. And when it's not the way you want it to be, you have to look for the gift. There's always going to be a gift within the challenge. There's always a disadvantage with every advantage. It may be managing our resources, in a different way than we have in the past. We may be having to plan ahead, right? But knowing that when you're in that exchange of energy, the giving and receiving, that it opens up to even more. So there's new passions, new focus, new ideas, new ways of moving into life that will be coming through this month, I believe. But like I always say, you guys, please leave comments. Let me know how it was for you. And if you have any questions, I promise to get back to you. And please give it a thumbs up if you did like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll be back next month. And meanwhile, take good care and be safe. Okay.